tonight we got a special guest, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Oh, my name is B Danger, aka Night Stalker. I'm
Nice
from the
talker.
Bronx, New York. Been down here 4 years now.
It sound like it. So I want you to explain B Danger and Night Stalker.
Okay, the B Danger means, the B double E, that just like, I started out, I'm started out as a dancer because I used to dance for rappers back in the day. My name was B Smooth back in the days. But then the more that when I started rhyming, I said, you know what, my voice was grimy. I just said, let me just change it to Be Danger. That was around 1992. So, Be Danger stands for like, you test me, don't trespass, but in a positive manner,
Mhm.
like a Huey P. Newton or Malcolm X type of thing. So that's what that means, to be danger. And the night stalk is like I'm at night, so don't I can creep up on you at any minute. So that's where that goes.
Okay, dancer, you
I
gonna
was a
have to
hip
tell me.
hop.
Woo!
Yeah, I was a hip hop dancer. I started out as a hip hop dancer. I used to dance, break dance, house dance, all that. I used to be dancing with, like Lisa New School, Tribe, all that back in the days.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
okay.
I was out there dancing for my brother back in the days, all that. So before I started rapping, I was a hip hop dancer.
Okay.
Like back in the day with the EPND, they had the two
The
dances.
breakdancing
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So okay, we're gonna get into my questions for you.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Do you treat lyrics like poetry or storytelling?
Both, meaning both. Like I try to paint a picture with my rhymes. I try to use a lot of metaphors and words, and I try not to cuss a lot. It might come off gritty, like a Onyx or the Wu Tang Clan, but it's more like I'm more like trying to be conscious with my rhymes. So that's where I come from with that. You Go ahead.
Don't let you finish.
Yeah, it's more or less like I try to be a little conscious with my rhymes. I try not to say too much of the cuss words, or I'm not trying to be like talking about the B words, nothing like that. I
Yeah.
want to show a little intelligence, but I am coming off of the little rugged aggression. What I'm saying, like that's how I rhyme. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, um, your stuff is aggressive.
yeah, but it's not towards
It's not disrespectful
it's not
aggressive, but you just
disrespectful.
up
I'm just
north
yeah,
aggressive.
yeah. I'm just up north aggressive. Like it's more
Mhm.
like I'm coming at you like back in the days like when we was in the struggle like with the Huey P. Newtons and the Fred Hamptons and stuff like that. When I'm
Okay.
rhyming.
So when you're putting together your lyrics and your bars and stuff, when do you know they're finished?
When I know they finished, like I'll go over it like maybe like 100 times to make sure that I got it right. Sometimes, and I want to make sure the words is right. You know what I'm saying? If it's not right, I'll just write something over again.
Mhm.
That's how I do. Because I make sure I'll go over like about 100 times to make sure that I know what I'm saying when I go in the booth and everything. And I want like
Mhm.
because I won't go in the booth. I'm like sometimes a one hit wonder. I just hit it one time and then I have to do it over again. I try to do that in the best possible way I can because sometimes people go in the booth, they be doing like 10 takes, 11 takes. I don't want to be that type of person.
Yeah.
That's not an MC.
You kind of answered my next question. My next question was, what is your process for editing or refining your bars? So that was basically your answer.
No doubt.
Do you write with a specific audience in mind, or is it mostly personal?
Specific audience meaning you talking about like it's a different like can I say this like it's like I come from New York, so I come from like the boom bap era, like the Wu Tangs, the the gang stars, and
Hmm.
that era, the real hip hop era. So sometimes I try to write for that crowd, but
Okay.
I can rhyme with any crowd. I can be
Hmm.
with any crowd. I can spit bars with any crowd. Like if they doing trap, I'm going to do boom bap. That's just it. I'm not going to back down.
That's what I wanted to ask you about that too, because I seen that in a lot of a lot of the writing you said the boom bap. What is that?
Boom bap is like the Keras Ones,
Okay.
you know, like the Rakims, the Wu-Tangs, the
So it's a
Nas.
specific
Yeah,
era.
yeah, it's a
Okay.
specific era, and it's still around. Like New York mostly do boom bap, like the beats,
Okay.
like the
Okay.
type of beats that people make, like DJ Premier,
Okay.
you know, like Alchemist. Those that's that New York sound. You know
So that's
I'm
what boom bap is.
saying? Boom
Okay.
bap is like, you know, like yeah, like the Wu-Tang, the Gang Stars,
Okay.
you know, the Nas. You know, that type of era. You know, it's different. I know this, and some in the South got it also. You know, Outkast had a little bit of it. You know what I'm saying? But it's mostly like that 90s era.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how do you stay inspired when you hit a music block?
I stay inspired by listening to a lot of you know, underground hip hop. Like I like to listen to a lot of new stuff from New York, or like I like to listen to a lot of cats that's spitting something that's conscious and making, you know, hip hop got to be a little more intelligent nowadays. You can be grimy, or you can be like calm with your rhymes, but make sure that you show some intelligence. Like Keras One said that one time. You know, you can be a pimp, a Mac, a hustler, a player. Make sure you're a dope rhyme sayer.
Yeah.
So that's just where I come from with that.
So that's what you listen to when you can't find the words to write down?
Yeah, I try to listen to. I be listening to the way other cats be going in, and I be like, I can go this way. If they going this way, I'm gonna go that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a song or a lyric you've written that defines you as an artist?
Yes. The track that I had, like when I did in 2018, I ain't never did it at Josh Show because I might be a little scared of it. I did this track called Doomsday, and it's a video of it on YouTube. And when I wrote that defines me, like, as B Danger.
Okay. All right. How important is wordplay versus emotional honesty in your music?
Wordplay and honesty, it coincides with what I'm saying. Sometimes I might have a, you know, like I be thinking about something that happened to me, and I'd be like, I'm gonna, instead of me reacting to it, I'm just gonna write something. I'm gonna write something about it, so that way I won't react out there on it. That's emotional and wordplay.
Yeah.
So I try to throw something real nice with it.
So you combine them both.
Exactly.
Okay. Do you intentionally layer meanings into your lyrics, or does it happen naturally?
Sometimes it happens naturally, and sometimes it don't. Sometimes, I'll be honest with you, you know, I read books, so if I see a word, be like, all right, what this word go with? So then I see that, like I see that word, I'll just make the word out of it. Like I try to use a lot of words that people probably won't use, but it got to make sense when you use it.
Yeah.
Sometimes some people just use a lot of words to try to sound intelligent, and they're not making no sense. I try to make sense when I'm rhyming, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I see it.
So what's a song or a rhyme you're especially proud of?
A song, it's a lot of them. I got this track called "Sick Like the Flu." That's dope. I made beats also, and Doomsday, and the most recent track I did it at your show. Release the Beast. I like that track.
Oh, that's the one you did the last time, the last show. Yeah, I remember that one.
So most of those tracks are my beats.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be like a producer /
artist,
because most cats, you know, they can't do beats. They be trying to find other new beats to do it for them. I don't want to be like that.
So how do you approach flow? Do you experiment or stick to what feels natural?
I speak to what feels natural, meaning that you know, like I just had my friend in New York, we were just talking about it. I'm not trying to sound like nobody. I try to have my own identity, and I feel like in hip hop today, everybody don't have no identity. A lot of these dudes today don't have no identity. They try to sound like this person, that person, and everything sounds the same.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So like you go back in the days, you know, Rakim sounded different from Keras One. You know, in Wu-Tang, Method Man sound different from the RZA.
Mm-hmm.
You know, today everybody got that same monotonous flow, and I'm like, where it's going. So I try to you got to stay creative.
Yeah. What's the message you want listeners to take away from your music?
I want them to know that I got energy for them, and I'm trying to give them a show, and also I'm just showing them that listen to the lyrics, listen to what I'm saying before you judge. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm saying something, if I say a rhyme like I can say a rhyme about Malcolm X, or I can say a rhyme about Huey P. Newton, or I can say a rhyme about Betty Shabazz. You know what I'm saying? I want you to listen to the message. It's like Dead Prez when they came out. I want you to understand that I'm for my people first. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I want them to take that message. It's not about being gangster, because I'm not a gangster. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a street cat from New York, from Bronx, New York. I was raised well from my mother. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? But I do have aggression, and I'm like David Banner, but I can't go into the hole. Just put it that way. If people test me, so I'm not looking for no trouble with nobody.
How much of your real life shows? How much of your real life shows up in your music?
A lot. You know what I'm saying? I came up like good times. You know what I'm saying? In the Bronx, I had a Cosby Show life, but then I had a good time life. Then I went back to the Cosby Show life. So it's like I came up in a bad struggle sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And so I use that struggle on my, like I said earlier, on my rhymes, so I won't do nothing bad. Yeah. And it worked out for me, because I have made a little money off of this up in New York with that. So yeah, I just use that with my music. You know what I'm saying? So I won't do nothing crazy out here.
So do you feel a sense of responsibility to say something meaningful in your music?
Yes. You try to show people that, like I said again, you try to show people that you got intelligence on the mic instead of, because if you think about it today, no disrespect, a lot of these cats that's rhyming now, what they talk about is guns and popping pills and doing drugs, and I don't want that. I'm not going to do that. It's syrup, yeah. I'm not gonna be a 50-something-year-old man talking about that in my rhymes. That's stupid. So that's what I'm not going with. So I try to show people a message with my aggression in my rhyme.
So how do you balance vulnerability with maintaining your image? This was a question when I wrote it. I said, "Oh, I want to hear his answer to this one." How do you balance vulnerability with maintaining your image? Because you have this tough exterior.
Well, like that's what I'm saying. Everybody thinks that when I came down here, everybody's stereotype, and I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? Don't stereotype every New Yorker. Every New Yorker is not the same. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all say this or why y'all say this? So my image is like more like less like, when they meet me, they're like, oh, he's not such a bad guy. He's a peaceful man. Yeah, I try to be peaceful. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want people to get the impression that I'm this guy that's like, yeah, I got guns, yeah, son, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to show the image that I can spit bars and I've been rap battles and all that, but we can piece it out and we can be cool. So I try to show that image too. You know what I'm saying? I want all our people to win. Period. That's just me. I see it. Our people. You know what I mean when I say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hating on nobody. I'm not trying to be jealous of nobody. I want everybody to win. As one. If you're doing that trap music or the mumble rap or whatever, and I'm doing this, no matter what, we all gonna win.
Yeah. Do you feel that lyricism is still valued in today's rap scene?
Yes, it is, but it's not getting heard enough. It's not getting heard enough. I mean, like I was just talking to my brother Jules about that. He was playing some stuff in the car, and I was like, you got cats that young cats that rhyme like we rhyme back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 90s, we was rhyming like that. But those young kids today that's rhyming like that, they don't get no burn.
Mm-hmm.
So what I think it is that the media is trying to shut that down. They don't want intelligent black men to be on the radio. They'll try to show that image that's what hip hop is. That's not hip hop.
Yeah,
you need to separate that music and bring back hip hop. I mean, well, call it another name. Don't instead of y'all trying to call that hip hop, call it another name. But that's, to me, that's not hip hop. What they doing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. How do you feel about trends versus authenticity in hip hop? That's kind of what you was touching on a minute ago.
Yeah. Oh, I'm messing your words up.
No, I like how it's flowing.
Right.
I like how it's flowing because you definitely answered that also. Because we do need to bring back the authentic hip hop.
And it's still around. It's still around. You got like a lot of guys in New York. Like you get just like yesterday. Rest in peace to Sean Price. He's a part of Boot Camp Click, Helter Skelter, Smith & Wesson, Black Moon. I know them very well. I did a lot of shows with them. He just had his birthday. We need to bring that type of era back. That's where I come from.
The rap that made sense.
Exactly.
Yes. So what's your take on ghostwriting and rap?
See, they're not an MC.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like that's cheating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like you got a ghostwriter. You're like, nah. That mean you're not really an MC to me. You mean
it's a puppet, right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So I don't call that hip hop. I call that corny rap.
How has social media changed the way lyricists approach their craft?
It changed a lot because back in the days you had record companies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I used to work at Mile Records and Rockets Records. I used to work there. They don't have record companies no more. You got to do all your stuff on Spotify, iTunes, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not gonna make that much money unless you promoting yourself real hard.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it didn't change in a big way. Back then it was a little more easier to get put on, you know what I'm saying, than it is now.
Yeah. Can you break down one of your favorite verses line by line?
Can I break down my verses?
One of your favorite ones.
You want me to say one?
Break it down line by line. I asked that because I listened to Stimulated. That was my first time hearing that song. That was my first time hearing that song. Like I had to go back because a lot of this stuff I was listening to, I was like, okay, I kind of like this. Okay. It brought back, like, you could feel like the old hip hop in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just about all of your songs, you can feel like the old hip hop in it. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to see if you could find one of your favorite ones and break it down line by line.
Well, like the rhyme, I most of the time I use this rhyme at a show on different beats of mine. Like, I say, what did I say on this rhyme? I say, stupid cats, unstabilized, uncivilized, your mind's minimized, potential damage, central practice. So then I say, I snipe you off the high tower, adequate power, watch the rain fall when I come with a hell shower. Don't fool with no mainstream. Your lame team. Watch me jump up and skyhook your face off like Kareem. So I'm saying like, I'm going after the industry when I run. That's why I'm breaking down when I'm saying these things in a metaphorical way. That's how I'm saying that. So you understand what I'm trying to say now? Okay.
So what was going through your mind when you wrote that?
At that time, I was like upset at a person that was in my group, because I've been in like two groups already, and one of them is still my brother. But there was this guy in the group. You got a guy that's like a Eddie Kane Jr. or David Ruffin.
Yeah.
They think they somebody and they're not, and then we had to get rid of him like David Ruffin. So I was writing it for him because he wasn't, he wanted so much but didn't want to help out. So that's where that was going with that rhyme.
Okay.
It was up in New York though, like a long time ago.
Is there a song or a verse or a lyric that didn't make the cut or you didn't think was good enough to put in a track?
Well, there's a lot of songs I have like that, and I go back to it. I be like, I'm not gonna use that. So a lot of songs, so because I don't like putting nothing. I don't like putting nothing out that has like the sound quality's messed up, or you messed up on a word, and then you got the beat is scratching. So yeah, I did a lot of songs like that. I think there's one song I regret putting out. One of the songs I did. I hate to say it. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it anyway. I did with Rock City Gunner. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like the beat was low and it didn't come out properly. So I just took it down. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the name of That's the name of the track. It's called You Know. So I didn't like the way that came out. So I put it up. I was like, nah, they got that. It's a dead issue. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I understand when you say it's a song. And then I had a lot of other songs, but that's the latest song that I didn't like, and I just took it down.
So you don't want to refine it, or?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it over. But